Welcome, traveler, to Fear the Dark, my soothing reading channel where shadows dance with starlight and forgotten words stir once more. Tonight we'll step beyond the veil of stories and into the realm of poetry, each of these pieces reading like a mystical spell that will linger long after my voice fades. Whether conjured in moonlight or buried in dust-covered tomes, these verses hold echoes of magic, madness, and just a dash of memory. Settle in as the candlelight flickers down, and listen closely, for the poems that we summon tonight may whisper the truths that your heart has longed to hear. Annabel Lee by Edgar Allan Poe. It was many and many a year ago, in a kingdom by the sea, that a maiden there lived whom you may know by the name of Annabel Lee. And this maiden she lived with no other thought than to love and be loved by me. I was a child, and she was a child, in this kingdom by the sea. But we loved with a love that was more than love, I and my Annabel Lee, with a love that the winged serfs of heaven coveted, her and me. And this was the reason that, long ago, in this kingdom by the sea, a wind blew out of a cloud, chilling my beautiful Annabel Lee, so that her high-born kinsman came and bore her away from me, to shut her up in a sepulchre in this kingdom by the sea. The angels, not half so happy in heaven, when envying her and me. Yes, that was the reason, as all men know, in this kingdom by the sea, that the wind came out of the cloud by night, chilling and killing my Annabel Lee. But our love, it was stronger by far than the love of those who were older than we, of many far wiser than we. And neither the angels in heaven above, nor the demons down under the sea, can ever dissever my soul from the soul of the beautiful Annabel Lee. For the moon never beams without bringing me dreams of the beautiful Annabel Lee, and the stars never rise but I feel the bright eyes of the beautiful Annabel Lee. And so, all the night tide, I lay down by the side of my darling, my life and bride, in her sepulchre there by the sea, in her tomb by the sounding sea. Haunted Houses by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. All houses wherein men have lived and died are haunted houses. Through the open doors the harmless phantoms on their errands glide, with feet that make no sound upon the floors. We met them at the doorway, on the stair, along the passages they come and go, impalpable impressions on the air, a sense of something moving to and fro. There are more guests at the table than the hosts invited. The illuminated hall is thronged with quiet, inoffensive ghosts, as silent as the pictures upon the walls. The stranger at my fireside cannot see the forms I see, nor hear the sounds I hear, but he perceives what is, while unto me all that has been is visible and clear. We have no title deeds to house or lands, owners and occupants of earlier dates from graves forgotten stretch their dusty hands, and hold in mortem still their old estates. The spirit world around this world of sense floats like an atmosphere, and everywhere wafts through these earthly mists and vapors dense a vital breath of more ethereal air. Our little lives are kept in equipoise by opposite attractions and desires, the struggle of the instinct that enjoys, and the more noble instinct that aspires. These perturbations, this perpetual jar of earthly wants and aspirations high, come from the influence of an unseen star, an undiscovered planet in our sky. And as the moon from some dark gate of cloud throws over the sea a floating bridge of light, across whose trembling planks our fancies crowd, into the realm of mystery and night, so from the world of spirits there descends a bridge of light, connecting it with this, o'er whose unsteady floor that sways and bends, wander our thoughts above the dark abyss. The Desolate City by Wilfred Blunt. Dark to me is the earth, dark to me are the heavens. Where is she that I loved, the woman with eyes like stars? Desolate are the streets, desolate is the city, a city taken by storm, where none are left but the slain. Sadly I rose at dawn, undid the latch of my shutters, thinking to let light in, but I only let in love. Birds in the boughs were awake, I'd listened to their chaunting, each one sang to his love, yet I was alone. This, I said in my heart, is the hour of life and pleasure. Now each creature on earth has his joy, and lives in the sun. Each in another's eyes finds light, the light of compassion. And in this moment of pity, this is the moment of love. Speak, O desolate city! Speak, O silence and sadness! Where is she that I loved in my strength, that spoke to my soul? Where are those passionate eyes that appealed to my eyes in passion? Where is the mouth that kissed me, the breast that I laid against my own? Speak, thou soul of my soul, for rage in my heart is kindled. Tell me, where did thou flee in the day of destruction and fear? See, my arms still enfold thee, enfolding thus all heaven. See, my desire is fulfilled in thee, for it fills the earth. Thus in my grief I am lamented. Then I turned from the window, turned to the stair and opened the door, greeting the empty street, crying aloud in my grief, for there was none to chide me, none to mock my weakness, and none to behold my tears. Groping as I went, blinded, I sought her house, my beloved's. There I stopped at the silent door, and listened and tried the latch. Love, I cried, dost thou slumber? This is no hour for slumber. 'Tis the hour of love, and love I bring in my hand. I knew the house, with its windows barred and its leafless fig tree, climbing around by the doorstep, the only one in the street. I knew where my hope had climbed to its goal, and there encircled all those desolate walls once held my beloved's heart. There in my grief she consoled me. She loved me when I loved not. She put her hand in my hand, and set her lips to my lips. She told me all her pain, and showed me all her trouble. I, like a fool, scarce heard, and hardly returned her kiss. Love, thy eyes were like torches, they changed as I beheld them. Love, thy lips were like gems, the seal thou settest on my life. Love, if I loved you not then, behold in this hour thy vengeance. This is the fruit of thy love, and thee. I am the unwise grown wise. Weeping has strangled my voice. I called out, but none answered. Blindly your windows gazed back at me. Dumbly the door swang open. See whom I love, and who loved me, but looked not upon my yearning. Gave me no more her hands to kiss, showed me no more her soul. Therefore the earth is dark to me, the sunlight blackness. Therefore I go in tears and alone, by night and day. Therefore I find no love in heaven, no light, no beauty. A heaven taken by storm, where none are left but the slain. The Ruined Chapel by William Allingham. By the shore a plot of ground clips a ruined chapel round, buttressed with a grassy mound, where day and night and day go by, and bring no touch of human sound. Washing of the lonely seas, shaking of the guardian trees, piping of the salted breeze, day and night and day go by to the endless tune of these. Or, when as the winds and waters keep a hush more dead than any sleep, still morns to stiller evenings creep, and day and night and day go by, here the silence is most deep. The empty ruins, lasped again into nature's wide domain, show themselves with seed and grain, as day and night and day go by, and hoard June's sun and April's rain. Here fresh funeral tears were shed, now the graves are also dead, and suckers from the ash tree spread, while day and night and day go by, and stars move calmly overhead. The Night Wind by Eugene Field. Have you ever heard the wind go, "You"? 'Tis a pitiful sound to hear. It seems to chill you through and through with a strange and speechless fear. 'Tis the voice of the night that broods outside when folk should be asleep, and many's the time I've cried to the darkness brooding far and wide over the land and the deep. Whom do you want, O lonely night, that you wail the long hours through? And the night would say in its ghostly way, "You, you, you." My mother told me long ago, when I was but a little lad, that when the night went wailing so, somebody had been bad. And then, when I was snug in bed, whether I had been sent, with the blankets pulled up around my head, I'd think of what my mother said, and wonder what boy she meant. "And who has been bad to-day?" I'd ask of the wind that hoarsely blew, and the voice would say in its meaningful way, "You, you, you." That this was true, I must allow. You'll not believe it, though. Yes, though I'm quite the model now, 'twas not always so. And if you doubt what things I say, suppose you make the test. Suppose that when you've been bad some day, and up to bed are sent away from mother and the rest, suppose you ask, "Who's been bad?" And then you'll hear what's true, for the wind will moan in its ruefulest tune, "You."